What's happening? It's your boy Fredo Bang. Shout out to the Honeykomb. You checking in the Real Field TV right now, live in action. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you know what time it is, man. Shout out 100 miles to Real Field TV, man. We going up for sure.
What it is, the Booster Boy, but you know we signing in with the Honeykomb. You know, you ain't rolling with the Real Field TV, you getting rolled over. That's how that's going.
Coming, and you already know what it is. You and your homeboys better go ahead on and clear the block. You already know what it is. Come on, caught you. Slap. Caught me somebody, and it's straight up and down. You should have been in the gym working on your breathing, straight up and down, and you should have been in shape. Now you gotta run anyway. Straight up and down. You already know what it is. Go hit the like button. You better go hit the like button right now. Now, I ain't playing no game. I said hit the like button for real. Straight up and down. I don't ask y'all a lot, nigga. So do what I tell you to do, and you already know what it. Go. Huh? And listen to Ohio players. I gotta get away, nigga. Straight up, cause the popo coming, nigga. Straight up. Had to go outside your head. I'm not gonna keep playing with you, nigga. Strapping down. This ain't no game. This the 100 This for real, man. For real. Nah, we wanna talk about Honeykomb Brazy, nigga, straight up and down. And we want to talk about FattMack straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Mobile, Alabama talk, man. Now, it's a lot of things going on with Honeykomb Brazy, the Free Brazy movement and all that. And we always talking about Free Brazy. And we always stood on business when it came to Brazy on this channel. One of the first channels that started doing repeated blogs about the nigga, man, right here. So we back doing it how we were doing it before. Because niggas act like y'all don't want to blog about Brazy. You see what I'm saying? So don't wait till he come home this time and then, you know what I'm saying, everybody act like they was, no, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all counted them out when the finesse 2 times stuff and all that were going on. But like I said, we got some stuff to get up on, you know, as far as Brazy too. Now, we love them, but at the same time, you know, we got to, you know, call a spade a spade. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, we got FattMack, you know what I'm saying, coming up out of Mobile or whatever the case may be. One of the hottest youngsters, you know what I'm saying, got songs out with G Herbo and all of that. White Lines, you know what I'm saying, burning up right now. And we don't know if he threw shots at Honeykomb Brazy in the song, but at the end of the day, you know, Honeykomb Brazy put this out, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like a backhanded compliment, you know what I'm saying, some would say, you know what I mean? So, like, it seems like it's a pattern that people is feeling that he does this with every hot new artist that come up out of Mobile as if he hating, you know what I'm saying, as if he haven't been putting on for Mobile. So like I said, in this song, I tried to listen to see some of the things that, you know what I mean, niggas talking about, but I didn't hear nothing really talking about Brazy. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know why Brazy was offended in the first place. If y'all from Mobile, y'all drop the comment, let us know, fill us in, because this nigga right here I'm doing research on, you know what I'm saying, the FattMack. You know, he's sitting up here doing what he doing. Like, he one of the new faces, you see what I'm saying, of Mobile right now. You OMB Peasy, you know what I mean? He congratulating them and stuff like that. We know Honeykomb Brazy is cool with OMB Peasy. That don't got nothing to do with nothing, but I'm just showing you that it's support around Mobile, you know what I mean? And Honeykomb Brazy even noticed it. So like I said, he got a song with G Herbo, you know what I mean? He out here making noises, and a lot of people just not feeling Honeykomb Brazy coming at him, being that he one of the new faces, you know what I mean? Now at the end of the day, everybody feel like Honeykomb Brazy is salty because he in his situation. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I don't know if there's any songs, you know what I mean, talking crazy or anything that's going on with this stuff with him and Brazy. But what I do know, Brazy been, you know what I mean, throwing, you know, shade at a lot of rappers, you know, from back there, every time he back there. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to shout out another artist, and then on the other hand, you know what I mean, throw, you know, shade at other artists. Every time he shout out another artist, people been noticing that pattern. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Then he just put this out. You know what I'm saying? Now, people would say that this goes for Birdman, this goes for Jay Prince, this goes for anybody, you know, because this is a blatant post. He just put this up. So it's like he not really in his right mind, you know what I mean, in right space when he back there, He feel like everybody against him probably, you know. Now everybody's screaming free Brazy, but at the end of the day, we got to understand when Brazy going through what Brazy going through, Brazy will not, you know, shout out niggas that ain't showing him support and people that's not having his name, you know me, out there as much as they would if he was out. You know what I'm saying? So I could feel that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people feel like Honeykomb Brazy is in his own way. You know what I mean? He had Jews, you know what I'm saying, came up, you know what I mean? He around, you know what I mean, Birdman, the whole Cash Money situation, you know what I mean? You iced up, man. You had a couple songs niggas rocking with, you know what I'm saying? The Finesse 2 Times stuff was going on. He was raking in a lot of money because he was doing a lot of shows. And he couldn't really do a lot of shows without rolling militant because you know what I mean? That money is still up on his head in Mobile. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's going to always be. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know what I mean, the extent of what we got into or who he was dealing with in the streets. Now, the thing is, you was back here with Gold Choppers when you first came out before the Cash Money link up. You know what I mean? And you were with Jay Prince. So every time he has came back out, he has landed himself a deal to the point where it lets you know that he king of Mobile. You may as well say it. It's a lot of niggas doing their thing in Mobile, but we got to say it whether y'all don't like it or not, that Honeykomb Brazy might be one of the most notable people out of Mobile, you know what I'm saying, of today's time, because he does it over and over again. Links up with these music moguls, I meant, you know, and sit up here and put out music to the point where we listening and we listening hard and we sitting up here trying to know what's next, because he always got some controversy around him that don't stem from nothing that he's trying to be controversial about. It's just his life. It's what he been through, you know what I'm saying, and some of the things that he went through. Now, what happened to his grandparents and stuff put a big magnifying glass on Honeykomb Brazy to what his life was, what he was dealing with in the streets, why it happened. We broke down all this already. Y'all go look at my Honeykomb Brazy interviews, not interviews, but my Honeykomb Brazy videos inside my Alabama, the Real Field TV Alabama playlist, you know, and then all my Alabama videos will pop up, so y'all will know. So it's like Honeykomb Brazy is in his own way, because as an artist, he do what he do. He gained traction. He gained notoriety. He never have a problem with, you know, doing this thing up on the mic. Nobody never doubted him as an artist. They were saying that he in his own way because he's always into some type of beef. He's always speaking up on people. But in the last post that I just showed you that he did, he was basically saying he don't see no niggas or nobody no more. He not about to even speak on nobody no more or nothing. We'll see how that go. If he could go by that, get out and do the same thing, he'll be up on top. You know what I mean? It ain't that, you know what I mean, with the dude FattMack, you know what I mean, that he don't got it right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's enough room in Mobile for everybody to eat. It's enough room in Mobile for all the artists to have an actual platform to be seen on, you know? They turn is coming, you know what I'm saying? I ain't said it ain't came in a small form, but Mobile, Alabama, and Alabama in general, Montgomery, Alabama, it's a lot of artists out there. It's a lot of artists everywhere in Alabama. They might be next up to, you know, run rap. It just depends on if all them artists from Alabama, and that's all of them, could get out their own way. You know what I'm saying? They need to get out their own way, you know what I'm saying? Because them niggas be too street and they be too into the street to the point where the music gotta intertwine with the street. You know what I'm saying? And we need more OMBPs. We need more, you know, MGM Lets, and, you know what I'm saying? We need more, you know, FattMacks. We need more of these people. You know what I'm saying? The back end child. You see what I'm saying? You already know what it is with me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, we want to say free Brazy, but you know what I mean? Brazy is up on niggas' heels right now. He ain't trying to hear nothing for real, and you know how that go. It's the Honeykomb, man. We out of here. Y'all get in the comments and let me know, is Brazy in his own way? Is he tripping? I'm out.